everybody, it's Kelly and Doofus back again for another vlog. Byron, stop. This vlog we're going to talk about our engagement day. And July 16th, 2010 was the day we got engaged. We were in Dallas, Texas. Byron, stop. We were
Start over.
Hey everybody, it's Kelly and Byron again. This vlog is going to be about our engagement day and how everything happened. It was July 16th, 2010. We were in Dallas visiting our friends Nakaya and Ottoman. It was our second time being in Dallas in 2010. We had gone earlier in March. The day started, well, I thought Nakaya and I were getting ready to have a girls' day, going to get pampered, nails, feet, makeup, the whole nine, and then that we were going to go to a fancy restaurant for dinner. So that's what I thought. And what happened was when we were getting our makeup done, we were running a little bit behind schedule. So once we go back to her and Ottoman's place, we're getting dressed and ready to go. And Byron has on jeans. And I'm like, dude, are you seriously getting ready to go to this restaurant with jeans on? And we're going to someplace fancy. I bought a new dress because we went shopping and everything. Anyway, so we're on our way to the restaurant and we're running a little bit late. So Nakaya says we're going to have to go through the back entrance of the restaurant. We have to walk through a garden. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we're walking through the garden. It's hot. I'm getting a little irritable. My makeup is, sweating because it's Texas and it's July. Anywho, we get to the back and there are random people taking pictures of flowers and random stuff, and they asked Nakaya and Ottoman if they would mind posing because the other people wouldn't pose for them, and they're like, sure, no problem. They take a couple of pictures. So then Byron's like, well, they want us to pose too, how about we pose and take pictures? And I'm like, no, I don't know people, I don't take pictures for strangers. No. He's like, come on. And so we take a couple pictures and they're like, well, why don't you act like you're getting ready to propose to her or something, get down on one knee. But he doesn't. I see him getting called over by Nakaya and Ottoman, and I'm getting confused, whatever. Anyway, we end up having to leave. They say Ottoman had an emergency at work, so that he was getting ready to drop Byron, myself, and Nakaya off at the restaurant, and that he'd come back to get us.
What really happened was, between me, Nakaya, and Ottoman, we messed up and left the ring back at their place in a safe. Nakaya thought me and Ottoman had it, and me and Ottoman thought Nakaya had it. Needless to say, they lived 40 minutes away from where we were at the time. So I was supposed to propose at the gazebo in the Botanical Gardens. However, when it got to that point, I asked him for the ring, and Nakaya gave me that look as if she thought I had it, and I gave her the look as if I just knew she had it. And it was already 90 degrees outside, so
very hot.
They came up with an impromptu fib that he had an emergency at work.
But what they said was that one of his employees got his hand caught in a conveyor belt.
Yeah. So, well, Kelly knows what's going on. She's already hot and irritated.
I was, but then when we got to the restaurant, I just wanted to eat. And when we got to the restaurant, we're waiting so long for Ottoman to get back. So once he finally, right before he got back, Byron started talking to me. His head was kind of like this, and I honestly don't remember everything he said. Do you remember?
Yeah, and during the whole time we was at the restaurant, Nakaya was working. She was working the wait staff. She even worked Kelly. She made Kelly get out of the seat she was sitting at the table and move to a different seat at the table for her back can be faced towards the entrance.
And Byron knows that whenever we go out to eat, I don't like my back facing the entrance. I have to be able to see out.
So what happened was, by the time Ottoman came back with the ring, the photographer was there at the restaurant too. And it was Eddie V's, this nice romantic setting, so the lights are kind of dim. So we was in the back part of the restaurant, in like a different room, more secluded room. And as I was talking to her, the photographers were already behind her back with the cameras, ready to take pictures. And as I had her head towards me, the waitress slipped the ring in front of her under a platter.
But before that, when he was talking to me, I saw Ottoman walk behind him. So I'm just thinking, okay, Byron, what are you talking about? I'm just ready to order. Like, hurry it up. Ottoman's back. I want to order and eat. That's all I was thinking about.
And then I got down on one knee and took the lid off the platter, which was in front of her, and she didn't even notice it being in front of her.
I had no clue.
And then I asked her to marry me.
But on the platter, though, it was a plate with red rose petals, and the ring was sitting in the center of it. So yeah, I had no clue the wait person, put it in front of me. But then what was so cool, the photographers, like he said, from the garden were at the restaurant. And I'm like, dude, those are the same photographers from the garden. What are they doing here? But Autumn and Akaya hired them to capture everything. So I'm truly grateful that although I was away from my family and my friends, we were able to capture the moment for everybody to see with our photographers. And then we had a full engagement photo shoot outside of the restaurant. So really the whole day was a setup. Nakaya said, of course I wasn't going to have you looking all crazy, and I knew a photographer was coming.
And by us being in a restaurant with a photographer, that's not something that happens every day. So everyone in the restaurant was paying attention, obviously, with the 2 cameras going off. And me being on one knee, and after I got up, she said yes. Everyone started cheering and clapping. So it was
I didn't
kinda
hear any of that.
magical moment. Yeah, she was crying.
I cried the entire time, and I cried my eyelashes off that the girl at the mat counter put on.
So there it is, proposal story.